illustrated in this Spark Art of Attention course, people spend their time. They spend their time with their children, they spend their time listening to music, and they spend their time making art. A clear trend that has been surfacing is that people have increasingly spent their time behind screens. Some of you may know Neil Postman is not a fan of this trend. He believes that trends like these are cause for the end of serious and rational conversation, which is pretty interesting because currently I'm trying to bring up a rational and serious conversation. But anyways, that leads me to a question. I wanted to know how much time you spend on a screen a day. Think back to it. Starting from the moment you wake up, when you maybe first check your socials, to logging onto your first class or ordering food online. Anyways, go into the comments or the chat section and place the estimate numbers. Now, with that being said, as we continue to accept technologies into our workspaces and into our living spaces, we become less active. We stay still. Every year since the mid-90s, people have been becoming less fit. It is important to understand that this trend manifests itself right alongside the great emergence of the mobile phone and the insane amount of consumer-grade technology found in the household. These trends move side by side. Moving forward from this, I'd like to ask you a connected question. How many hours a day do you spend sitting or laying down? Now think, from the moment you wake up, laying in bed, to the moment you go back to bed. You sat down for food, you sat down for classes, you laid down to watch TV. All these times kind of come together. Generally, I think that people will find that the times they spend sitting down and the times they spend on technology coincide with each other. Have you ever watched a video on the internet that looked manipulated or faked? Maybe they were trying to get a reaction out of you, or they were just trying to excite you. Maybe it's a joker pulling a stunt or someone faking an injury. This topic is extremely important to me because I think that there is a very apparent lack of content regulation on the internet. And I know that it's not anyone's job, and I understand that no one is responsible for the amount of junk that you can find on the internet, but there's just an absurd amount of pornography, graphic violence, and strange thespian acts that, that deserve some regulation that children shouldn't be allowed access to. I know that as a kid, I watched ISIS beheadings online. I was exposed to pornography at a young age. I watched strange TV shows that were questionable in their appeal to children versus adults. And it's interesting to see that, we're letting our kids kind of run off with our technology. And, at the same time, we're looking at our own tech. While we sit and watch TV, our kid's over and he's sitting on his iPad. And there's a strange disconnect that comes with that. So I want you to think about this presentation as you go along in your day. How much time do you spend sitting down? Do you need exercise? Do you need to get off your phone? Anyways, love you guys.